Hi everyone, this is MozRoz. It's gonna be my first voiceover video precisely. According to the thumbnail, I will talk about the new Under the Tree leak song. This is not going to be a general review video, it's more of a proper breakdown video of the new Under the Tree leak song. I know I'm late, but I had a lot of things going on my life lately. So, apart from all this, in this video we will be focusing on the lyrics, the instrumental part and the ending that was attached to the season 4 part 3. And last but not least, the most controversial thing going in this community, of course. Yes, you're right, I'm talking about the elephant in the room, AOE. The last thing would be, does it proves or disapproves AOE? So without any further, there's gonna be spoilers, there's gonna be manga spoilers. If you don't know the ending, you have been warned. So let's do this. Okay, so first we can see Mikasa saying, "Where are you at? Where have you been?" The fact I'm saying it's Mikasa cause Sim said the ending was a point of view from Mikasa, just like the rumbling was the point of view of Eren's cold side, and Akuma no Ko was defining his innocent side. So back to the topic again, Mikasa is saying this and those questions are for Eren. And Mikasa is asking this because of her obsession with Eren and her urge to stay with him. Then we see a line in Japanese which simply translates to "there is no answer to my question," which indicate Eren pushing his friends away to keep them safe. Yes, we have seen it. We have seen it in the Dawn of Humanity episode, where the flashbacks of the when the scouts are traveling to Marley and the refugees from the Middle East. We saw Eren crying. Then we saw a flashback from Eren's view that he wanted his friend to live longer. Then we have Mikasa saying, "Where are you headed? What did you mean?" These two lines indicate the conversation Eren and the Alliance had, that he won't interfere in their goals. Here is something interesting: Eren letting their friends kill him, spoiler alert, and be the heroes to the world. It actually doesn't make sense. It has some cliches, I guess. When I was reading the last chapter of the manga, it seemed pretty obvious that, of course, he's making his friends look like heroes. He wanted to protect them, and it's the best way he can imagine. But after reading it few times, it doesn't make sense. The whole chapter 139, it just don't somewhere. So the thing I'm saying doesn't make sense is that we see in the manga he said he doesn't even know if his friend will be alive after the battle of heaven and earth, so it doesn't fit. That was one of the flaw and logical panels which most of the AOE chat pointed. It's interesting that Mikasa also don't understand that. Then we again have Mikasa saying in Japanese, which implies that it's too late and too far to follow you. They are too far to follow, which could imply that there is no coming back from the mess. Then this part is familiar to everyone, that a bird, a butterfly, and my red scarf. So a bird refers to Eren, a butterfly signifies to Mikasa, and the scarf. The scarf, not very people know. The scarf represents the time loop. Yes, there is a time loop exists in AOT. I don't know how much people knows about it, but not only that, there's multiple timelines, switching timelines according to wishes, entangled memories of past and future. This all exists in the greater story of AOT. We will talk about in another video later on, because this thing is huge. This thing is big, it's long, and can't be overstated in one video. So Okay, now from the memories, it brings me to the next point, the mess of memories. The line that says, "Don't make a mess of memories." I told you the topic is we'll get a dedicated video. Now, there's one of the curious part of the song, not noticed by many people, I think. The wall, the owl, and the forgotten wharf. If you're thinking, no, it's not the Paradise Walls. It is Paradise Walls, but not Maria Rose Sina. No, not the three walls that are covering Alien. It's the wall where Marlians injects Titan serum to make Titans. It's the wall. The evening when Grisha, Kruger, they were talking about how things should go after Kruger entrusted his Titan in Grisha. It's the wall, that shape, yes, that wharf, and of course Kruger is the owl. And the question is how Mikasa knows it. When they were in prison, Eren and Mikasa, they were on the other side of their cell, but Eren explained his whole dream to Armin to write down as a information for the commander of scouts at that time, Commander Hanji, and of course for Captain Levi to increase their knowledge about the Titans, their powers, their history. So Mikasa knows from there, but these lines, it doesn't fit in this song. Now, for the curious part, if you put your earphones on, you will hear there's a glitch. Yes, there's a glitch effect at this part of the song. What glitch means? Well, it's used for referring the disruption of reality. As I said before, switching timelines. Now, people who have seen Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, they will understand what I'm talking about here. When Peter B. Parker and Gwen Stacy glitched into the Miles Morales universe, they were experiencing continued glitch because it wasn't their universe. The reality was shattered that time. That's why it happened. The disruption of reality. That's what the glitch effect actually means in this song in the background. After that, another suspicious point is the feel this song gives. It's different when you add these lyrics that the wall, the owl, forgotten wharf. It doesn't represent the scene where Kruger mentions to Grisha that you have to save Mikasa and Armin. This scene wasn't told to everyone by Eren. Eren doesn't know about this specifically part. At that moment, when he was kid, when he was in the jail, before the ceremony, he doesn't know about this. It was shown to us, the watchers, the viewers, to foreshadow the ability that Attack Titan's successors possess. So we don't actually know what the hell this mean in this song. And if you listen to the next lyrics, which is our time is running out, that's all, nothing more. To me, it feels like this line is incomplete. It's cut out from the middle, and we have to keep in mind that the glitch is also there in the background, which can be explained why this line is cut out in the song. If you have anything regarding this part, let me know down in the comments. Then we have the chorus, and the most satisfying, my personal favorite, when this song released as a ending, it was my favorite part. Which refers to Eren is dying again and again. Each timelines, Mikasa goes. In the Lost Girl OVA, Miroman also pointed out this thing that you can't escape. You can't escape Eren's death. It's Mikasa's fate. Wherever she goes, which timeline she goes, Eren dies. At the end of the time loop, at the end of the timeline, he dies. It's been written in the stone. So that was Mikasa. It's like, why are you giving up on me? There is another interesting part. Mikasa says, I'll be waiting for you under the tree. Now, now everyone listen. People who waits, they wait for someone to come. Now, watch the ending. It's controversial, but these legs are indeed Eren's. The walking pattern also follows it. There was a theory, some people said it was Mikasa who was walking in the woods, and Eren's head in her arms and his eyes were open, and the scene was his point of view. First of all, when Eren dies, his eyes were closed, his face was up. How can you imagine someone to hold your dead head upside down facing ground? It doesn't make sense in the real life, not the story, not any fiction. The pants are subjective because throughout the series we have Mikasa wearing ODM outfit, homie outfit, travel, career outfit, and but there's a moment where Mikasa wears something like that when they were in the ship before going to Odiha, I guess. Mikasa and rest of the scouts were in their former outfits, in the white shirt and those pants, those formal full pants. But there's a details that you should know. If you look into the stitches, it's in the front, it's same to all of them. You can see in this shot, but if you look into Eren's pant, he has stitches on the sides. But if you look at the scout's pants, they have stitches on the front. And now if you look into the video, we can see wrinkles on front, not stitches. Stitches were overlooked because they were inside. And it's Eren's. Now that we have mentioned the ending, let's talk about it. The ending was supervised by none other than the director himself, Yoichiro Hayashi. Everything in it we can believe is important. So first we have Eren walking in the path surrounding the grass. I believe this was the path they follow to reach the tree. This scene also has another significance because it parallels the ANR music video, which is one of the biggest proof that we haven't seen the OG ending yet in the manga. But it will happen. It's part of the story. So this means Eren is walking towards Mikasa's grave, I believe. It also explains why Mikasa said, "I'll be waiting for you and let me hold you under the tree." Then return of one of the craziest fan theories made by many hope chat. Probably this theory was very old. It was some OG theories of AOE. I guess it was made by 0K. Pardon me if I was wrong. I watched it. Another person called Indian Universe was actually combining those proofs to enlighten people about the AOE. Let's revise it again. Left equals to anime, right equals to manga. Blackbird refers to anime, whitebird refers to manga. So let's put the pieces together. We see blackbird flying towards left, then bunch of blackbirds flying towards left, again toward left, but now we can see there is a water beneath it. I believe it's the sea. It reminds me of that one memory shot Eren saw in the Two Brothers episode when his head was neck-shotted by Gabi, and Zeke's whole baseball careers depend on that catch they made touch. And there was a short period where we can see a bird flying over the sea, but we didn't get to see the actual thing in manga yet. Manga is finished. We all can hope it's an AOE now, so who knows, it can play out. Someone knows everything. Then we have blackbird flying towards right, and immediately in the next shot the feathers turned white. The blackbird's feathers turned out white because he was flying towards right, not left. Then we see the white bird flying. This time white bird is flying towards left instead of right, like the last blackbird. As a result, it turns blackbird again. Then we see this blackbird marching forward from a rear view and a front view. They are not faced right. It's confirmed the next shot that this blackbird is in right. Then we see the important trees of AOT, the dream tree, the path tree, and the Ymir tree, where the main show began, I guess. So that was the ending video. Back to the lyrics. Next line is, "I'll protect you," and it was a scream, but fasten your seatbelts, because this right here is not Mikasa's point of view anymore. It has turned into a conversation between Mikasa and Eren. Look, I know Sim said it was Mikasa's song, it was Mikasa's point of view, but it was when the song came as an ending. It wasn't a proper song, it wasn't a full-length song, it was just an ending. And the full song wasn't written yet. Full version will be released in September 27th, I guess. But you got the leak. I know everyone got the leak. So we're gonna talk about the leak. We're gonna break down it, tear it apart. Let's see what we can find. So I'm trying to say that one line "I'll protect you" is not from Mikasa, and that one line cannot oversee the whole. It doesn't change the whole song. It doesn't change the whole ending song. But if you need proof, then here it is. In episode 6, Eren protects Mikasa. Yes, I know Mikasa also did the same thing throughout the story, but second proof is ending 1. Mikasa asks to Eren, what are we protecting? So here is another thing that seems video for the Under the Tree. It wasn't edited simultaneously or randomly. The editor knew what he was doing, though he had limited amount of resources that he was given. It's just a 1 hour special. What can you imagine from this? But he did what he need to do. When the lyric said "I'll protect you," the camera pans to Eren's founding titan. When the screamo happens, it looked right into the eyes of the founding titan, that horrifying scene. So that's it. The old version finishes here. We are diving into a new territory now. Just remember, the screams are from Eren's. So let's prepare yourself. Let's see at the lyrics. What we have here is the second verse. Why are you crying? What are you dying for? So Eren's not gonna answer you, Mikasa. I'll do it for you. He was crying because he have seen shits. Yes, he have seen real shits in his dream, more like past memories, which was forwarded from the past. Someone did that. Who did that on purpose? And the second, he is dying for freedom. He will die until he breaks free from the time loop. Then she says, your dream, did it satisfy or terrify? This "or" in AOT, this "or" is another crazy thing. This was in one of the promotional poster and it was official, like, I guess the author was saying this or the editor. They know the story. They said that was it justice or liberty that he sacrificed? It was Eren's. Then we have Mikasa's, will it be tears or a smile that she will show at the end? Then we have Armin's, is it truth or friendship that he has chosen to believe in? Those three were there. Now there is this "or" that says your dream did satisfy or terrify. Now we have the word satisfy and terrify. Now if you focus, there are multiple timelines in AOT, but clearly two of them stands out, specifically the manga and the anime. Those three statements indicates the manga and the anime timeline. In the manga, or I should say the manga is the second timeline and the anime is the third timeline. So the manga is timeline 2 and the third timeline is the anime. So here Eren chooses to sacrifice his liberty to give justice to the rest of the people. Then we have Mikasa in the second timeline. She showed a smile and killed Eren, or you can say the manga timeline. Then we have Armin, who has chosen to believe in friendship. So they have left another choice where Eren is still have justice to sacrifice. Mikasa have tears to show. Armin have to believe in truth. These three choices of these three different person are still there. As I said before, timeline's destiny can be changed by choices. Thus, we have those choices still. Then back to the lyrics, we have terrify or satisfy. Now, if you just analyze the dream Eren saw, in the manga he saw the cabin timeline, which is the first timeline, I guess. Eren was dying normally, a normal death by the curse of Ymir. It was a normal death. It was not, the dream wasn't that much terrifying. he just died. Then we have the manga ending. Eren saw all that killing, all the destruction and his own death as a dream before waking up at the anime timeline. Okay, so the choice. Now we have two different dreams. I think I have explained those two dreams. One has a satisfying ending and one has a terrifying ending. That's what the lyrics is meaning. And then we have this poster where also two different choices. We have seen each choices, but we are still have those three choices. I hope we'll get to see it. And if you just focus it, what will happen if Eren sacrifices justice? If he sacrifices justice, he will obtain liberty and he will complete his goal. The rumbling will kill the 100% outside world and he will get what he wanted. Then if Mikasa shows tears, that means she's dying. Then we have Armin. There was theory that Armin will betray the alliance for something. The interesting part of AOE is we still don't know how it will play out. Only the author Isayama himself knows it. So if Armin believes in truth that there is no future to this world, then we will see some shits going down. Then Mikasa is saying about the headaches she gets and things that was left unsaid, mostly her answers that we discussed. Then we have, I'm sorry, we have to rely on you too much to be free. But in the anime, we see John saying that to Eren, that Eren can rely on them. So he did in the manga. As a result, continuation of the cycle of hatred, the destruction, the war. So Eren shouldn't rely on them. No. Then the chorus is back. It's the same. It's nothing different from the first one. Now there's someone special entering the room saying, I'm here so we don't need to talk. I'm here so we don't need to talk. I'm here so we don't need to talk. This line was 3 times with a lower voice while the bass is still hitting in the background. The beats were there. Then the beat stopped, the background stopped, and the voice changed into a whisper saying that I'm here to tell you there's no need to talk. Now, this dialogue is of course from Eren because Mikasa wants to talk. Before the song was released, I thought the last line, I'm here to tell you there's no need to talk, it's gonna be a super scheme where it's like, ugh. And the other 3 lines will be a battle cry like in the rumbling when Eren said, nobody knows what's inside of me. Nobody knows what's inside of me. It was great, but after listening that, it's now perfect. Imagine this scene with the 4 lines, y'all.
So we don't need to talk. I'm here so we don't need to talk. I'm here so we don't need to talk. I'm here to tell you there's no need to talk.
Congratulations fellows, our boy Eren Yeager is again in the mouth of the Titan. That's why there was quiet environment and the whisper. Of course, in AOE he will say something to Mikasa, as I said before, that will hurt her. Then the drums, guitar, pick up, everything along with the scream burn. Now let's play a scene, shall we? Okay, I don't think I have to give any proof now. So yes, Berserk Titan is returning, and to add another thing, those screamos are from Berserk Titan. Just listen. See how the voice has a double layer irritating filter. Then Mikasa saying, this is already enough, we'll figure out the rest, let me shoulder your sins together. But in season 4 part 3, this is Armin lines that this is already enough, and the line where we will figure out the rest is John's line. And let me shoulder your sins together, it's basically Mikasa's line, but In the anime, she says it differently. In the anime, she says like, "I want to shoulder your sin with me." It's the same. It's the same. The feeling is there. The vibe is there. Doesn't affect that much. But in this song, all the Armin John's line are from Mikasa. She is talking to her on the behalf of everyone. This screamo that says "with you." Now I can see three possible outcomes of this. First, the screamo is Mikasa fulfilling her line, "Let me shoulder your sins together with you." If it happens, then the screamo being all over Eren theory is debunked. But if we stick with the theory that all screamo being from Eren, specifically the Berserk Titan, then we have to dig a little deeper. We know this song now has become a harsh conversation between Mikasa and Eren. If you listen closely, before Mikasa's finishing her line, the screamo happens. Before Mikasa saying together, the screamo happens. Neither Mikasa can speak with two different words with two different voice. Only Berserk Titan and Eren was able to do this with the double layered voice. So what does Eren trying to mean here? Mikasa's first line is, "This is already enough," and Eren contradicted the sentence saying "with you." So it stands, "This is already enough with you." If we look at the second part, she says again, "Let me shoulder your sins together," but now the screamo is like, "for you." Now if we do it like the first one, the first line is, "People will not call it love. People will not call it love." Then add "for you." People will not call it love for you. It's like Eren is blaming Mikasa for it. If she said she loves him, think won't get this far. So this is it. The third one is a safe play, because if you pick any sim song, they uses the screamo, so it can't be said that they just did it where the screamo fits instead of foreshadowing who is doing it. But the vocalist Ma said himself he's afraid if he revealed too much in the new full version of the Under the Tree. So it can be one of the three things. Now if you focus on the BGM, it feels like something dramatic, something climatic is happening, like some events are going. It's because I think those conversations were placed when the battle was going. The battle is happening, the Berserk Titan is revealed, and it's all chaos. Okay, apart from all the theories, I want to state something. The line "people will not call it love," it feels like here people is the audience, because when the Savagery episode came, we all were convinced that Mikasa is slaved by her Ackerman blood because of her action, but in reality she really loves Eren. Then we won't be blessed because they were cursed, they can't stay together. This was heartbreaking. Last, the drums keep running up, the build-up is there. Then we hear "If I Lose It All." I don't think I need to explain who is this. The chorus is of course from the rumbling suddenly popping out of nowhere. This is probably an indication to establish that it's not just a Mikasa song now. Then again, we can hear that "I'll be waiting for you, let me hold you," "Under the Tree." After that, I'm not sure if it says "I'll protect you." Because I heard a B word. I heard a B word in pronounced like "brr," and from the previous times it could be "burn," but it doesn't fully sounds like it's "burn." It's in the lyrics it was "I'll protect you," but when I heard the song I was like, what the hell? What the hell is going on? "I'll protect burn." It only makes sense if you think it doesn't make sense, because it completely makes sense, and you think I don't make sense, but I completely do. Listen. This time it indicates that Eren does want to protect Mikasa and his friend, but overwhelmed by the Berserk Titan and the rage, his mind is lacking. His rage towards the people who is stopping him from his goal. That's why he said, I'll protect. He couldn't say you, he said burn. I'm not saying that Eren should kill his friend. I'm saying Eren will kill his friend eventually without knowing that his friends. It was foreshadowed in the manga that he said, I didn't even know that you guys will be alive after the dust settles. So that's the thing. This was the Under the Tree Lake version. I was sick for a week. I couldn't make the video on time. I'm sorry about that, but here's, and it's my first voiceover, so I was nervous a little bit. Maybe I will do a rambling explanation video if it gets much reach. So if you enjoyed the video, give us a like and comment your thoughts, comment your theories about the song. I'm here to see what you guys think. That was all. Subscribe to my channel. Thank you everyone for staying with us. Goodbye.